Hello, and welcome to hashtag Stronger with Memorial, an online chat where specialists throughout Memorial Healthcare System bring you helpful tips to stay safe and healthy while at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. As we cope with the new normal of sheltering in place over the next weeks or months, we wanted to give special attention to our community of pregnant moms who may be prone to overeat at this time, especially given all the stress that's going on. Today, I'm excited to talk to Sunny Laval, a dietitian with Memorial Healthcare System, about tips for moms to be and stress eating. Hi, Sunny. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So first question, what are some tips you can give pregnant moms for curbing stress eating? Obviously, this is a really stressful time, all kinds of concerns and worries, not just for her own health, but the health of her unborn baby. So what are some tips that you can provide moms to be?
That's a great question. I think that being at home, which is our new norm right now, we're finding that even if you're not pregnant and you're not carrying another person, we're still having that issue of maybe being bored, fidgeting, passing the kitchen, and we're all overeating a little bit more than we probably should. But it's important to get a handle on it, and especially pregnant moms, because you have someone to think about at that time. So, I think that number one, planning is really important. If you're going to have food lying around in cabinets and also in your refrigerators that are not so healthy, you're more likely to grab them if you see them. So to stock up on healthy, nutrient-dense foods that are important for you and your baby, getting the important nutrients, fiber to aid in helping with constipation, and getting your fruits and your vegetables, even non-perishable items. You can even stock up on, canned fruit in its own juice, or and canned vegetables if you need to, but also frozen vegetables, frozen fruits. Those are easy that you can keep for a while, and make great snacks. Also vitamin C to help immunity and keep your immune function up. And also keeping protein-rich foods handy, because protein is the most satiating or satisfying macronutrient over carbs and over fats. So having foods in the refrigerator like hard-boiled eggs, low sodium turkey breast or chicken breast from the deli, or even tofu that maybe is extra firm that you could just pop in a smoothie. Having beans, lentils that are, those are, again, non-perishable items as well. But again, that fiber and protein is really going to help us, especially moms, fill up and not have that extra room for maybe those foods we shouldn't be eating.
Which brings us to my next question. What are some foods that moms to be should probably avoid during this time?
Sugar is number one. It's empty calories, and we really want to have nutrient-dense foods, because whatever you're eating goes to your baby. So we want to really avoid processed foods, foods that have a lot of added sugar, and that goes with beverages, sodas, even juices. Definitely too much caffeine, obviously, is without saying. We don't want any stimulants. So opt for maybe green tea or some herbal teas, things like that. Artificial sweeteners, I think, are definitely a no-no. Number one, we're seeing studies show that they bring on increased hunger and cravings. And I also tell that with my population that's also trying to lose weight, try to avoid those artificial sweeteners as well.
Great advice. So like you said, moms to be are not just eating for themselves, but they're eating for two. So is it technically better to snack like throughout the day, small meals throughout the day, or should they stick to their routine where moms to be may eat 1, 2, or 3 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Well, when you're pregnant, you really don't need that many calories. And, people always say we're eating for two, but it really only need about 300 additional calories when you're pregnant, which is not very much. It's half of a sandwich, or a Greek yogurt with a piece of fruit, or a healthy smoothie with some fruits and vegetables. So it's not that much. So I really do think that, number one, listen to your body. Number one, make sure that you're hydrated. Blood volume is increasing as pregnancy increases, so fluid is so important, making sure that you're getting enough fluids. And sometimes we think we're hungry when we're really thirsty. So I say, number one, listen to your body. And maybe that is every couple hours, eating something that is protein rich and fiber rich. But if we're snacking on empty calories, you might find yourself eating more often because your body is searching for those nutrients. As long as you get, as much nutrient rich foods in, I think you're good either way.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end our conversation?
I don't want pregnant moms to beat themselves up about having, that sweet or that, that cookie, or if you want it, have it. It's really about moderation and not overindulging. So I know we're stuck home during this time, but even walking on the block, for 15, 20 minutes per day will really do a lot for you and your baby, both physically and mentally.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Soni. This has been extremely helpful, very practical advice. I'm sure our moms-to-be will definitely appreciate. And you stay safe and healthy as well.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Take care.